Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're jumping right into something that's on a lot of people's minds, buying a plot of land in Hyderabad. Now, it can seem really complicated, I know, but we're going to break it all down into a straightforward, practical guide that you can actually follow. So, you've got this dream, right? Owning your own piece of one of India's most dynamic cities. It's an awesome goal, but, and this is a big but, turning that dream into a safe investment, well, that takes a bit of a game plan. So let's figure out how to do this the right way, together. But before we get swept up in the excitement, let's just pause for a second. Because honestly, one tiny mistake, one document you forget to check, one question you don't ask can literally put your entire life savings at risk. The stakes here are incredibly high. But hey, don't worry, that's exactly why we're doing this explainer. We've got a roadmap for you. We'll start by talking about the dream versus the reality of it all. Then we'll get into the super important legal stuff, how to check the actual physical plot, how to figure out its future potential, and we'll wrap it all up with a final checklist. All right, let's dive in. Okay, first step, the dream versus reality. The whole point of this section is to take that feeling of anxiety you might have and turn it into a feeling of being in control. We're going to give you the tools to take charge of this process. First things first, we have to talk about the paperwork. Now, I know it's not the most exciting part of the process, but it is, without a doubt, the most important. Think about it. Your entire investment is built on this legal foundation. If it's shaky, the whole thing can come crashing down. Your very first checkpoint, and this is a non-negotiable one, is to make sure the layout has official approval. It's got to be from either the HMDA, which is the Hyderabad Metropolitan Development Authority, or the DTCP, the Directorate of Town and Country Planning. So what does that actually mean? Well, just think of it as the government's official stamp of approval. It's them saying, yes, this project is legal, it meets all our standards, and it's part of a properly planned development. It's your number one protection against buying into some illegal project that will cause you nothing but headaches. Okay, so once you know the whole development is legit, it's time to zoom in on your specific plot. This is where you need to check for two critical things, a clear title and a recent encumbrance certificate, which everyone just calls an EC. The EC is basically like a complete background check on the property. It's absolutely vital because this is the document that will tell you if there are any skeletons in the closet, Things like hidden loans, mortgages, or any legal claims against the land. If the EC is old, missing, or looks messy, that is a massive red flag. And that brings us to what I'd call the golden rule of buying land. If you get even a hint that a property is tangled up in legal disputes, you walk away. It's really that simple. Just turn around and don't look back. The potential stress and financial loss are just not worth it. Okay, so we've got our legal ducks in a row. Now it's time to get your boots on the ground. You have to physically go to the site and make sure that what you saw on paper is what actually exists in the real world. So when you get there, you've got a mission with 3 steps. First, confirm that there is proper official road access. Second, you take that approved layout plan with you and you find your exact plot on the map and on the ground. And third, and please don't skip this, actually measure the plot's dimensions yourself. Make sure you're getting every square foot you're paying for. A really smart land purchase isn't just about what the plot looks like today. It's an investment in the future. So you're not just buying that piece of dirt, you're buying into the potential of the entire area around it. And this comparison really nails the mindset you need to have. A smart buy, it's in an area where you can see the future happening. New infrastructure is coming, there are development plans. A risky buy, it's kind of isolated, tough to get to, with no clear signs of growth. Always remember, you're not just investing in what the area is, you're investing in what it's going to become. All right, we've covered the legal side, the physical checks, and the future potential. So let's wrap this all up into one final, powerful checklist to guide you before you make any decisions. So here it is. These 5 steps are your shield. You have to go through each one systematically. Confirm that government approval. Get the clear title in the EC. Verify everything with your own 2 eyes on site. Make absolutely sure it's free of legal drama. And finally, bet on a location with a bright future. This is how you protect your hard-earned money. You see, by following a framework like this, you go from being just another hopeful buyer to being a savvy, informed investor. You're the one making a confident, secure decision that could be incredibly rewarding. The power really is in your hands now.